It's looking like we're going to be without Haaland for captaincy this game week, but no worries, we've still got a choice of Isak against Brentford at home, not a bad fixture from an attacking perspective. Salah's the cream of the crop when it comes to captaincy usually, but Everton at home's not an easy fixture from an attacking perspective, and then Leicester at home is very easy for Marmoush, and that's in Haaland's absence. The man himself has had a very high output when he's played this season. He's still not kept up with the pace of Isak or Salah though, and his underlying stats are nowhere near as promising, but one thing we need to consider is he's not played many minutes, and this is based on a small sample size, so whether he's miles behind Salah who's setting the tone, or even if he was just ahead of him, we can't put too much emphasis on it, because we have nowhere near enough data to project further forward on what this player can produce. We have an adequate sample size of data on Isak and Salah. There's not actually that much between them on the underlying stats when you remove the FPL point scoring, but Salah's got an additional point for every goal scored, and that bunks him up in the points and the expected stats. Salah's the only player on the shortlist this game week that's 100% nailed to take penalty duties. Isak's nearly as good as, it just depends if Wilson's on the pitch, but he does have an outside chance of taking direct free kicks. As for Marmoush, it is up in the air who's going to be on pens for City. If De Bruyne is on the pitch, it'll probably be him, but we're not too sure about it. There is a slight chance that it could be Marmoush himself. Taking a look at the probability, these odds are based on the assumption that each player plays 90 minutes, and if Marmoush plays 90 minutes along with the other two players, he's actually got the best odds. He's 4% more likely to return than the other two players, and his anytime goal scorer odds are only 1% behind Isak. So that puts him just ahead of him. Now between Isak and Salah, there's not much between them because Salah gets the additional point for every goal scored, but Isak's odds are weighted more towards goals. Then you could say the same about Salah compared to Marmoush. So it's really tight between the three of them, and the expected minutes are very important. We'll take a look at them later on in the video. Points projections are a little bit misleading this game week on Fantasy Football Fix for Marmoush. They're yet to update the data model since Haaland's injury. I think they're just waiting on the official team news. An FPL review haven't got him near 90 expected minutes, so when Haaland's confirmation comes out, that should go up a little bit as well. If we compare Salah and Isak, it is a little bit surprising. On the odds, they weren't far apart, but there is a big gap between them on the points projections, especially on Fantasy Football Fix. They've got Salah well ahead, even on FPL review he's quite far ahead too. If we were to rank these players from an FPL perspective, it would obviously be Salah, Isak, Marmoush, but if we factor in the fixtures, it does get more complicated because Marmoush has got the easiest fixture, Isak's still got a decent fixture, and Salah's fixture is actually quite difficult from an attacking perspective. I say that because Everton are ranked 5th this season for expected goals conceded, and that includes matches at the start without Bramthwaite. Since he came back, Everton's defence is much better. Leicester's defence are actually ranked 18th, so that's a very easy fixture for Marmoush, and for City as well, as you can see by the clean sheet odds. Brentford might not have the worst of defences, but they have been below average throughout the whole season, and that's by far not a difficult fixture. That's more of an easy one from an attacking perspective. All three players passed the risk assessment this game week. Isak and Salah's had just over a week's worth of rest, and whilst Marmoush did play a few days before this fixture, that was for only 29 minutes, so there's no concerns there. Now those extra 10 expected minutes are just in case Haaland plays, or the slight chance that another player plays up front like a false 9. That's if Haaland's out. Those of you who follow me on Patreon will know that on my captaincy matrix, I planned on captaining Haaland this game week, and that would have been the case. Now whilst this video is being recorded, it does look like he's not going to be fit to play, but if he is ruled fit to play in the press conference, he would be my captain. The thing is, Marmoush isn't Haaland, he's not nailed on pens. Salah and Isak are both nailed on pens, so I do prefer those two over him. On one hand, we've got a good FPL player in Isak with a decent fixture from an attacking perspective. On the other hand, we've got the best FPL player in Salah with a difficult fixture from an attacking perspective. Now, I don't know if you remember, but when Salah played against Forest at home and away, I didn't captain him because he had a difficult fixture from an attacking perspective, and Salah blanked in both of those matches, which has been very rare for Salah to blank this season, and this isn't just outcome bias. I am actually going to apply the same logic this game week. If Haaland's not available, I think the best captain is Isak. I might actually wildcard this game week. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my team selection video.